bali mu maziga abaana baabwe bafa over an illness obulwadde bwe batategeera era bakubidde gavumenti omulanga ebayambe. N'abavuzi ba bodaboda mu Kampala baagala government to erabike nga making fuller business zaabwe official baleke kubanga abakola bwe batyo ne bwe batyo. And then of course Egypt is readying to export locally made COVID-19 vaccines to African nations. The news starts now with Pamela. Good morning.
Coming to you live from 2249 Gaba Road. Hot on the heels. Fast, reliable and informative. Agagwira wo gasokira wano nga tebanagafuna. Agagwira wo 100.2 Galaxy FM.
Pam, good morning.
Good morning.
The government wants a total ban on metal scraps.
Yes, metal scrap dealers are about to cry.
Never incentives that tukolera mu scrap. Why? Which reason do they have?
Ministry of Energy says that they want a total ban because there is a lot of vandalism of electricity materials. People are stealing, they go and steal poles, they go and steal like those electric materials, and then later
scrap
on...
bamutunda mu kilo mpozi.
Bamutunda mu kilo. They later on sell them to scrap dealers. So most of these items they steal from the government, which means the Ministry of Energy is spending more.
Yeah.
Bagena ne bateka mu electricity, then people go and vandalize these things, then sell them off, and then in the end, you know, the ministry puts in more money, the government that is, puts in more money to put in these things, and yet they're
Chembuza.
Yeah.
Scrap ono tumwetaaga because ebyo ebyuma gye babitwala ebyo ebyuma ebikadde babyokya bano bakolamu ebintu ebirala. There's lots that can be done out of those metal scraps. So if they ban the metal scrap business, tugenda bijjawo ebyuma ebyo unless we're going to keep importing them,
Yeah,
which will be extremely costly.
Maybe the better option would be, but how do you regulate vandalism? This has been an issue for a very, very long time.
It's like saying you want to wake up one day and you eliminate prostitution.
No, like
You can't.
No, you can't.
You can just
eliminate it.
tighten security and give those guys proper guidelines to follow, yeah? But eliminating vandalism completely. No,
but you must do something about it because we are a poor country that is struggling to reach at a certain level. So if we keep trying to invest in something and then the investments are wasted, because imagine you're getting something that is concrete, making it a scrap and selling it off cheaply. Yet a lot of money is put into investing in that thing, that is electricity. So it becomes a big problem. So what would you rather do? Keep up with the cheaper thing that is...
Pamela, if let's say you have 4 children, they are all not going to turn out perfectly the way you want. Or just omulala is like an introvert, and then the other one is like your perfect child.
Yeah.
This is a nation. This is people we are dealing with. Some things are expected to happen. It comes with the effects of urbanization, population increase, because people need means of survival.
Yeah.
So if you ban the selling of metal scrap, abezezaawo akayumba ke, abezezaawo amaka ge, nga sente azijja mu kutunda byuma ebyo agenda bbaawo atya. And besides, they sell that metal scrap for a reason, because ebyo ebyuma nabyo ebya scrap tubyetaaga.
Exactly. Okay, we have Mr. Okasai Opolot. He's the Ministry of Energy
representative,
state minister.
Okay.
So he was explaining why.
Every region of this country were experiencing vandalism. Eastern Uganda, were the poles which were failed in Kakira alone, there were 10 pylons at one stage. All of them were dug right up to foundation, and the whole area across Kakira was vandalized. Mabira, also the vandalism happened, and that's where we installed the cameras, and they started by removing the cameras such that we could not monitor. Recently, in Kampala itself, 2 pylons were put down, and it caused a blackout in Kampala. In Western Uganda, we have vandals. And when you talk of quantifying it, we are losing huge amounts of money due to vandalism. And if it is not actually controlled, it will make the economy collapse because we are constructing and they are destroying. And you cannot develop when you continue putting it up and somebody comes to destroy it.
That's a lame excuse, in my
It's
opinion.
not a lame excuse.
No, honestly speaking,
You're
you can't.
investing more and people are stealing what you're investing to put it into scrap.
But then you cannot ban the entire process of. I think it's like an industry as well.
Yeah, it's actually under the Ministry of Trade.
No, what I'm saying, you cannot say tulekera otunda scrap lwakuba abantu bamazeewo poles z'amasanyalaze ku kkubo. You get what I mean? Find better security. Find means. I mean, you have cameras. But abantu mbalabye, arrest them, penalize them.
You had him.
Now listen, there's waliwo omusajja eyo nga ye obulamu bwe buliwo lwa kutunda scrap. Takwatanga ko yadde ku polo y'amasanyalaze. Si mubbi. He does it in a proper way. Agenda n'asanga ebyuma ebikadde oba n'abijja gye balina obbijja n'abitwala n'abitunda n'afunamu akasente. So if you remove that entire process, how is he going to survive?
Yeah.
This is Galaxy FM. You can also drop your comment on our YouTube, Galaxy FM /TV.
Now, in Namutumba, the illness that is affecting children, I think 10 years and below, has become a real issue, and parents are again crying to the government and Parliament to come to their rescue. Recently, we saw Parliament coming out and tasking Ministry of Health to investigate this strange illness. Apparently, kids they urinate blood. There's dizziness,
Jesus.
yes, and then within a period of a short time, they just die. We have some of the parents
Only children?
Yeah, it's affecting children mostly. Over 70 children have just died mysteriously like that.
How many?
Over 70. And when they take them to health centers and hospitals, the hospitals do
Terrible
not
what they
know.
were
Tebabitegera, they also don't understand it.
Ani yanyiziza bajjajja b'e Namutumba.
Kale bana tukusaba government niba MP baife mutulwanirire mubone obulwaire mubunonenkereze bulwaire kyo buli kwita abaana era musuuda kyogo go bakali kufuna ku bulezi abaana bali kutuwaku ya kusigala bwerere twe tuli bubi ky'abaana omwana olusuwa omubiri ng'afoka musaayi bana abalwaire kuliko ow'emyaka 5 kwaba ow'emyaka 6 amala n'abaayo n'omwana ow'emyaka ngena bona bali kufuka omusaayi tulibeera liikirivu ino.
That is strange.
Yeah. It is strange that they urinate blood, then they have mucus-like substances in their throats, and then their bodies become yellowish, and eventually they die.
I hope it doesn't turn out to be like a pandemic in the children.
I know.
An epidemic, I beg your pardon, in the children in this country.
Pandemic, same thing. But it was raised as an issue of national importance in Parliament last week, and they tasked the Ministry of Health to come to their rescue. But of course, you know how parents can be, or people, a community can be impatient, especially when kids are dying one by one in such a strange way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Galaxy FM Quality, this is what's happening in the country, and you can also join the conversation on 0707102102, or you can drop your comment on our socials. It's Galaxy FM everywhere.
In Kira region, there's a woman who apparently stormed a church and stole a child, a 10-year-old kid, to help her boyfriend in a ritual sacrifice.
Woman.
A
Boyfriend.
woman. She's called Sylvia Doreen Bakita.
Stealing a child.
Yes.
Why am I not surprised?
Reportedly stole a kid, and when she stole the kid, she took the kid to her home. According to locals, they said that they realized Bakita is staying with a child, and they have never seen her with a child. So they got curious, and that is how they managed to report her, and they realized, that is the locals reporting, saying...
Do we know how old?
10 years, approximately 10 years. And she apparently she was saying that her boyfriend and her were trying to get rich, and that is how.
But I think some people have mental illnesses, yeah? Abantu baradde emitwe gibaluma. They are sick lads.
Abantu are desperate, leave alone just mental illness. Because when it comes to wealth and money, making money, people tend to do anything. They don't care. They want to do anything to ensure that they make the money.
It's also being ignorant.
It's
being
yes,
naive.
it's being desperate, extremely desperate and ignorant at the same time. Yeah.
Chibinyo mwana.
Yeah.
Chibinyo. Totukanga wao. Atuulize saa zino. Katonda yakuwa emikono n'amagulu olina omusaayi mu mikono tosobola bulwa kiddako. Don't be ignorant and desperate like that.
Yeah.
For the sake of this country.
Borders
Yeah.
want their operations to be made official. They want to be able to pay a license in an official way and then operate in an official way, according to one of the chairpersons for Borders. It's called Siraji Mutiaba, chairperson of the Border industry. Yes, because remember, the government has come up with a plan to eliminate them from the city center. and they are not organized, and they feel like they are being overlooked. So he says if they can come up and make their business look like an official business, not just a professional business. We have Mutyaba speaking about it.
Boda gwe mulimu ogulya owenyanya abali mu mateeka owa boda tebakutongozanga era bagulanga omulimu ogutaliiwo mu mateeka tuli awo tebamanyi nti mulimu kikyagaanye era nze nayagadde kiteekamu amaanyi batongoze omulimu gwaffe naye gwo gufuuke mulimu kuba guyimirizaawo abantu bangi buba bulyaza amaanyi obutatongoza mulimu gwa boda nti abantu bano babasomese olaba n'okuwa omusolo nze n'aba 10 nga lwetuwa omuntu yegumiti amanye nti nange na contribution nga nze nzikutte ku ggwanga lyange niyo bawulira ffe tukola enguudo zikole wamu omusolo zali basala amafuta ani akulimba gwogasasula kale toganywa batuyambe manye nti mpa omusolo okusobola okulaba nga ekibuga n'eggwanga lyaffe litambula nga nze nkutte mu nsawo oba 10 tube nga toluwa oba mwaka nga tuwa 10 naye nga tulina nkwata mu nsawo nemanya ku lw'eggwanga kuba naye buyambi gye tusaba nabo bamala kuwa omusolo.
Ekituufu kiri nti ababodaboda tubeetaaga. This economy without border people is...
We are a border economy, by the way.
We are a border economy to the extent that it's also a tourist attraction. Abantu abasi... Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I never heard of it being a tourist attraction.
Let me tell you.
How?
Abazungu abamu bajja in Uganda, and they are excited to hump on borders.
No, because they also have bikes in their country.
This is a bike. There's a difference between a bike and a border.
But they're almost similar.
And they cannot hump on them, like 3-4 people. It's excitement, adrenaline rush for them.
It's like a sports
they
bike
take pictures,
and an ordinary
they take
bike.
videos, and they post about their experience in Uganda. Anyhow,
they climb border. Yeah. I've seen some friends who do that.
And
like,
some of them, when they get used,
yeah,
they prefer to get on borders than being in cars.
Yeah.
And that aside, our economy, Gambia, we are border economy. Abantu abasinga tebalina mamotoka, and there are days when,
even if you know motorcar, you end up at a certain point because of the jam, you end up riding on a border somewhere to reach in time. So yeah, it's a key.
We really need to think about it.
So we need to make it professional, even because that's what they're asking for, is make it professional in writing, so that we are treated as other professional, jobs are treated. The way you treat the doctors, we have our industry that is recognized officially.
Away from that, Solomon Kampala bamukutanyoka ne bamugoba kusomero. That is coming up in this hour at exactly 10 minutes onto the top of the hour with the Flora in a Poko Tovawo. Wayne Chukute squeeze. Now is the time of the day when we talk about it on 0707102102. Good morning.